This hijab just makes me look so fat. I know, I'm a bit chubby, but I am not this fat. Anyway. Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a quick Empties video because I've been collecting these Empties products for so long that they look even grosser than they did at the end of their life. I'm going to do a random order. The first one is the Good Things Manuka Honey Creamy Cleanser. I've gone for about 5 bottles of these in my time and I just love it. It's my favourite affordable cleanser. You get these from Boots, I think, some supermarkets as well. But yeah, generally from Boots, I'm pretty sure is like the main stock list of these. I love it because it is so creamy, so soft on the skin, and it's got Manuka honey in it. And Manuka honey is not only like a great ingredient for the skin, but it's also a sunnah ingredient. Like, it's an ingredient we're encouraged to use. So I feel like it does such a good job because it's got the honey in it, and it's always my second cleanser. I love it. The second thing is this Batiste dry shampoo in Fruity and Cheeky. Obviously I wear the hijab, and honestly sometimes I get lazy with my hair care, and I find it's really good for soaking up oils. However, if you don't wear a hijab and you've got dark hair, this is a bit harder to disguise. I feel like you'd want to invest in something that's a bit more darker. That's definitely not very dark. This is the Imperial Leather Foam Burst Luxury Body Wash in the Unicorn scent. I saw these in Superdrugs and I picked them up, and this is so gross. These are really cool because literally it comes out as a gel, and then as you lather it into your body, it becomes more of a foam. However, the smell only lasts for maybe about an hour, and I don't feel like I'm getting the best clean of my life with it. I definitely prefer something like Soap and Glory or even Dove or Lush compared to that. So I feel like for the price, it's cheap, but it's just not, it doesn't do the job as well as I'd want it to. Moving on to a makeup item, this is a Nars Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturiser. I rarely finish bases because I have so many and I'm always rotating them. This stuff is brilliant. It is so lightweight on the skin, but it gives you a good medium coverage. I have the shade St. Moritz and I have a backup of it already because I love it so much. It also has SPF 30, PA+++. So it's like the perfect thing for anyone who just doesn't want to be wearing a heavy foundation regularly, which you shouldn't do anyway, to be honest, unless you want to, but you know, it's not the best for your skin. I find this is a really good everyday base, and I especially love using it in the summertime, and I just couldn't be bothered. I just put a bit of this over my redness and put a bit of concealer on, and I was good to go. This, unfortunately, I'm having to chuck away because I've had it for so long, is the Bare Minerals Faux Tan Base Gradual Glow Sunless Self Face Tanner. I love this so much. It did have a funny biscuity smell and it did stain your hands, but for me, when I realised that because my face is so pale, that's why I want to wear all over makeup, because my face is so pale compared to the rest of me, I thought, well, why don't I just get one of these? And actually did the job really well. Sadly, they've discontinued it though, so I'm really sad about that. I hope they bring it back, but it's a very good face to tan. It was about £18. I didn't use all of it, as you can see, but I've had it for so long that I just didn't want to risk getting any spots or anything on my face. The next item is a Brazilian bum cream. You might remember from last year, I got a pack of 3 of these. I've used up one of them. Love this stuff. It smells so good, and I know you see loads of YouTubers always go on about the smell, but it is a really nice smell. I'm not going to rush out to repurchase, even though I've got 2 other little small ones to use. And I don't think it's like the most unique smell in the world, but it is a really gorgeous smell and it lasts on the skin. So I would repurchase it, just not straight away. I literally have like 4 of these Makeup Revolution microblading brow pencils. Absolutely obsessed. These are £4 each, and they come in a range of different colours. They have a perfect spoolie. They're basically such a good dupe for the ABH Brow Wiz, which I got years ago and I never repurchased because £18 versus £4. This is amazing. I've tried a lot of the different shades. I think dark brown is my favourite. Chocolate's okay, it's a bit light, but yeah, dark brown and mixed with chocolate is a really good duo for me when I have time. Otherwise I just run a bit of dark brown through my brows. I'm really missing having this in my life, to be honest with you, but they run out very quickly. That's the only negative. Like, if you're using it regularly, I'd say you get about a month and a week's use out of them. Obviously depending on how much you're using. I tend to line the bottom, line the top, and then fill in, so maybe I use quite a lot, I don't know. At £4 a pop, they're not bad at all. I will never ever buy a really high-end brow pencil again because they do the job, and they're also way easier to get than the Colourpop ones, so I need to pick up a few more. My only complaint with this brow pencil is that nowhere on the packaging, on the actual packaging, does it say the name, so I don't always know which one I'm using or which one is best for me, which is annoying. I feel like they need to add that in on the other side or something, but overall, absolutely adore it. Oh, and there's another one. I have put the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara in my Empties basket because I've had it for so long again, and to be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of this. This was one of the original most raved about mascaras, probably because it's got a very different wand to your typical, but the wand for me is just too large. It's just, I know it's supposed to be designed in a way where it's easier to coat your lashes from the inner to the outer. I just didn't really get on with this. I didn't love the bristles, and for me, I've got not the longest lashes and definitely not the thickest lashes, so I need a mascara that's got a bit more of a wetter formula and will make my lashes look thicker. This doesn't really do it for me, which is a bit of a shame because it was so highly raved about, but you know, better things do come out there. And talking about better things, this is the Essence Lash Princess Mascara. So the wand of this is a lot more my cup of tea. It's more thinner. It's got a little bit of a sort of curve to it, which is supposed to help to literally curve the lashes. But yeah, I did really like this. Does it beat my favourite Essence one, which is in the pink tube? No. But would I pick it up again if I had to? Yes. It's like £2 or £3. You can't go wrong. I've also put the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I've had this for years, literally since I was like 19 or 20, so I was like, that's disgusting, I need to get rid of it. It's been with me for way too long. But what I had to say about it is that it says it's full coverage, creaseless and waterproof. I found the texture to be way too wet, and I know it's a liquid concealer, but it was just too wet and sticky and it didn't dry down well enough for me, so I would not be repurchasing this. I want to try the Shape Tape, but at the same time, £22 for a concealer like hurts my soul quite a lot, so maybe in the future, but at the moment that was a no from me, Tarte. I also chucked my Sleek Matte Me liquid lipstick in the Empties basket. This is in the shade Birthday Suit. First of all, props to Sleek because they were the first brand to come up with the huge trend of liquid lipsticks as far as I can remember, and for such a small brand they have done so well. Obviously this formula is probably one of the most drying formulas out there, so would I be repurchasing it? Probably not, but for a drugstore liquid lipstick it does the job, and I can't really complain. I also have another drugstore item. This is a 17 Define and Contour Kit, and as you can see, I've hardly used it. This, for my skin tone, was just a no-no. The powder is way too sort of beigey, pinky toned, not very good. And then the bronzing side is okay, it's just nothing special. I found it, let me just swatch it again so I can remember. Yeah, it's quite patchy and it just didn't do much for me. So for me, that was a waste of money, and I won't be purchasing that again. Another drugstore item, again, this is a Barry M Matte Me Up lip crayon, and this is in the shade 3. Actually, this is a product that I loved. I found it was so helpful to just chuck in my bag, and I would just apply it when I was in a rush, and it would just add a little bit of colour. This is kind of like a My Lips But Better shade. I'm not going to rush out and purchase it only because I have enough products already, but if you're looking for that kind of effortless, slightly glossy lip, this is it, the Barry M Matte Me Ups. I don't hear enough people talking about them. It is really good. I've got a Be Nourished Night Cream here from Superdrug, and I did actually finish it up, so it wasn't too bad, haha. I won't be repurchasing this only because I needed something even more nourishing. This is called Be Nourished, but it's not as rich and as hydrating as I personally prefer in a night cream. At the moment, I'm using the Body Shop Vitamin E one, and I prefer that to this. It does the job, but not a repurchase for me. And I've got the Body Shop Almond Milk and Honey Mini Shower Gel. Love the smell of this. I just hate the bottle, to be honest with you. I wish there was an easier way for them to create it where it would just squeeze out, because when they're so small it's really hard to get all the product out. So it was a lovely product, and I might buy the full size at some point, but it's not something that I'm desperate to get. I chucked away a few e.l.f. lip products because, I mean, I haven't used e.l.f. I haven't brought e.l.f. in such a long time, to be honest with you, not their lip products anyway. These are just their regular Eyes Lips Face lipsticks. They're okay, they're just nothing special. I just find they kind of sit on the lips and they don't do a lot more than that, so I won't be purchasing them again. I also had the e.l.f. Blackest Black Liner. It's felt tip. let's just say it was not the blackest black that you could ever get. It was quite pathetic actually. Look, I mean, I know it's obviously dried out now, but I was very disappointed with that. I would not recommend that at all. There's way better, cheaper liquid liners out there. I also had the Collection Extreme 24-hour felt tip liner, and I preferred this. I think if you find the pot one too harsh for your eyes, this is a better alternative, and it's good for the price. I just still think there are better liquid liners out there. I might do a video on them. Let me know if you want me to do that. And then this is a Barry M Flawless Light Reflecting Concealer in the shade 2. I actually really like this, and not necessarily for under the eyes, but just for like around the face when I want more of a minimal makeup look, not like right now when I've got a full face. But this is nice sort of everyday concealer. It's not too harsh at all, which is, it's just great. I have a very broken Colourpop eyeliner pencil. Again, I really like these. I think they do the job very well. They're a fantastic dupe, but they're kind of tricky to get a hold of, and I have not placed a Colourpop order in a long time, and I'm not planning to because I just have enough stuff from them really. And then finally, last but not least, a foundation that I finally decided to chuck away is the Dior Nude Skin, and this is in the shade 31. I've done a full review on this on my blog, so I'll leave that down below. But overall, I thought it was nice. It's a very like nice natural finish foundation, but it's not yellow enough for me to like say I love it. It's a bit more on a neutral side, which you can probably see from the bottle. It was nice while I had it, but I am not going to be running to repurchase it, and it's definitely not one of my favourite Dior foundations. There was also a moisturiser which I wanted to talk about, but I can't find the bottle now, so I'm going to leave the picture here. It's by that new indie brand Lixer. The moisturiser claimed to do too much to me. It was a daytime moisturiser, a nighttime moisturiser, and like a sleeping mask, and essentially, I just found that it just didn't sink into the skin well enough, and for £30 for that moisturiser, I believe, quite expensive, I would not repurchase. I would definitely go for Amber Release any day over that. But I recently got the vitamin C paste, which you will have seen in my Cult Beauty haul, as a free gift from Cult Beauty, so I'm excited to try that and see. Hopefully that's better. But for me, spending £30 on a moisturiser and not feeling like my skin is like properly hydrated and looking great, no, that's not worth it to me. I hope you enjoyed this quick run through of my empties. I realised that I talk and talk and talk way too much in these videos, so I'm hoping this is under 15 minutes. If you did enjoy the empties video, and if you've tried any of these products out below, definitely leave me a comment and tell me what you thought of them. Do you agree? Do you disagree? It's so interesting hearing other people's experiences with products. And yep, I better be going now. I will see you in my next video. Assalamu alaikum. Bye everyone.